So I'm here to talk to you guys about the newest addition to my watch collection, and it actually happened a lot faster than I expected. I had mentioned on the previous video where I was showing the white gold GMT that I wanted a 1967. And sometimes in the universe, ask and you shall receive. And I will show you guys the new 67 GMT. All right, so I'm pretty excited about this watch. Believe it or not, it actually fell on my lap. After I mentioned that on my last video, I had a ton of emails with people pitching me these watches with some crazy prices. I mean, I'm sure they were probably worth it, but I'm not really in the market with the budget of $30,000 to buy a GMT 1675 model. It's just really not in the budget. I want something fun, something I can use. I don't know, man, something that has a little bit of character, but that's obviously at a good price. This guy right here happened to fall on my lap, and I find it pretty amazing. You know, the first thing I want to mention to you is that I have it on a leather strap, but I did get it with the factory bracelet. It's got the fold over bracelet links. The only problem is I guess somebody had polished incorrectly the end links, so I'm gonna have to search for some new end links. So anybody got some, email me, hit me up, I need some end links. But I kind of like these watches on these leather straps because it kind of gives it that, I don't know, man, it just gives it that vintage touch when you put the leather strap on it, changes it up, just like I have with my 1982 Birth Sub. So, this particular watch fell on my lap by chance, okay? A friend of the family, one of those deals, was looking to do an upgrade into something else. Bam, trades in one of these. When I look up the serial number, and with these vintage watches, sometimes you gotta like reference it across like 10 different charts. 1967, exactly what I wanted to match my 1967 Chevelle. Call it corny, call it stupid, I don't know, I'm weird like that. But I think it's kind of fun in watch collecting. Sometimes you buy watches just because you feel like it. Sometimes you buy them because, you know, it's a grail watch. Sometimes it's got some stupid meaning. So this particular one, it's just because I wanted a 67 to go with the Chevelle. And this is officially my first vintage watch. Yes, I have a 1982 sub, but for me, that's not really that vintage in my opinion yet. So I have been now into completely the vintage life. So I've fallen into the vintage life. Let's see how far I can take this, but I plan to leave it as is. So some of the things I've noticed about this exact watch, now I'm not an expert in vintage, but I'm starting to learn. Now I'm gonna start like reading up every single blog about these watches. But I noticed it has a Mark I dial with the puffy lume. Everything seems correct. Bezel insert is correct. The only thing I found wrong were those end links, and I think somebody butchered them. The case has been polished, the glass is a little scratched, but oh well, you know, that's part of it. I wanted to have a little bit of character. My 1982 sub I had refinished, and it actually looked so perfect, it looks unpolished. But this one's been polished before, a little heavy, okay? And I don't know, I think I'm gonna leave this one just like that. I kinda like the scratched acrylic glass and the whole, you know, it's kind of got that character. I kind of like it beat up. This is not one of those ones where I want to like detail it and completely leave it brand new. So I plan to leave it like that. And I'm not sure what I want next. I'm thinking that the next thing that I might want is maybe a 70s sub with the plastic glass. I think that's something that I want. Maybe even a no date, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm shopping around always, and I want something at a good price. Guys were pitching me these watches for $35,000. I can't afford that. Right now, my budget would have had to been anywhere from the 8 to 15,000 range, and more like in the under 10. So I was blessed to be able to pick this one up. I had to pay a little bit more than I wanted to, but I think I got it at a fair price. So one last thing that I want to mention is that apparently this watch was gifted to somebody, because in the back, it has a first letter and a last name, and it says in Spanish engraved, February 1970. I think it's a cool touch. I don't think I'm gonna really take that off. I might as well just leave it. I don't know, I just feel like the watch is pretty cool, and the way I got it also is very unique. So feel free to comment below how you feel about my 1967 GMT that I just bought. And also, don't forget to hit the notifications bell till it looks like this. And if you like this video, please like and share. Also, subscribe to our channel. My name is Eric. Watch your style.